Okay, 51 students joined. I'll start the class. Can you remember what we discussed in the last class? Hello.
Ma'am, about regular expressions.
Regular expression. Whether I have given any homework?
Did that in the class itself.
Pardon?
Phone number.
Ma'am, we don't have any homework in the last
Oh,
class. For the
I
last.
didn't give any homework. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Did it in the class itself. Yes, ma'am.
Shall I give some problem to work out one or two problem now, or later you want that practice?
Ma'am, give it in homework of today's class.
Pardon?
And better give it in to as a homework.
Give it
After
as a
the class.
homework, you are telling.
Yes, ma'am. You just
Yes.
give it as your
Yes,
homework.
ma'am, you give it
Yes,
as
ma'am.
a homework. We'll do it. We'll try to solve it.
Okay. Then we'll move to the next topic. Actually, we discussed about the regular expression, and the next topic is about the list. Okay, what is called as a list? Like, if I want to store a set of values, not one or two. Okay, I want to store lot like a set of values. 10 students name, 10 students mark, like that. If I want to store, then I have to maintain one list. Actually, those who studied about the C programming, they might know that like array. Okay, same thing for array. Here in Python, the name is given as a list. So we'll discuss about the list now. Okay. Okay. Read this problem. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Please
ma'am.
read it, and I'll discuss the problem. Read the problem. Guys, anyone can explain this problem? What do you understand?
Ma'am, there is a farmer who has a fox, goose, and a sack of corns.
Mm.
He is in the east side and he has to go on the west side of the river. And he has a rowboat. In that rowboat, he can only carry one of the three things with him.
Mm.
And we cannot leave the fox and the goose also alone on one side, because the fox will eat the goose. And we cannot leave the sack and the goose also on one side, because the goose will eat the sack of corn. So we have to
Mm.
make them move to the western side.
Okay. So we have to bring these three things from one side to another side of the river. Okay, we have to cross the river and we have to bring it to the east side to the west side. Okay. So to bring that, there are some of the conditions are there. How actually using that condition, what are the moves we are going to be perform, so that these three across the river and move to the west side. That is the problem. Here the thing is what how many number of moves we are going to be follow for completing this transfer from one side to other side. This is the problem. Actually here what we are doing means we are going to be store the three items. Okay, a fox, goose and a sack of corn. And what are the moves we are going to be doing, that we are going to be store it. So how to solve this problem? Actually, this problem you might studied in your yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, first we'll leave the goose on the other side of the bank, like from east to west.
Mm.
Then the farmer will come back, and in the second trip he will take the fox on the other side, and then he will take the corn sack.
No, I think it's wrong.
Because when you
Ma'am.
take fox, that's a
Yes,
fox.
ma'am. Ma'am, I
He will
can say, ma'am.
take the goose. We can't
Tell
write
me.
Ma'am,
it.
first
Uh,
he takes the goose and he goes to the other side of the bank, and then he
Okay.
comes back empty, and then he comes and he takes the fox, and again he goes to the other side of the bank. Now he exchanges the fox for the goose and brings the goose back, and on the again on the east side of the bank he exchanges the goose with the corn sack, and again he goes to the west side. He leaves the fox and the corn sack there, and he comes with an empty boat back, takes the goose and goes back. That's all.
Yes, exactly. This is the answer, right? Here the problem. Okay,
Yes.
okay. We already gone through this problem and we know the solution. So how we will write the PAC for this? How we'll solve through the computer? See here, this is the pseudo code. Actually, it's very simple problem. The simple problem is what, just I am taking that. What are the items I'm going to be carry? Okay, GCF, goose, corn, as well as the fox. Here I'm going to be I'm going to be maintain one list that is called the items. Okay, item means this is GCF. Items is nothing but the GCF. So in the GCF, first I'm going to be what are the items I'm going to be bring from the east side to west side. Okay, and here in this one, if the like we know the condition, no, we should not leave the fox and goose, and we should not leave the goose and corn in same side, because that one will eat other. Okay, in such cases, if with this movement is unsafe, then we'll tell that unsafe and we'll break it. Else what we have to do that, so we have to we have to find out the set of movement, so that in the set of movement, what are the set of movement we are going to be bring it to move the items from one side to other side. So here the main intention is, I will write the program later for this one. The main intention of this problem is how we are going to be store. Actually here we are not going to be play with only one item. Three items we are going to be used, that like GCF. So first I am taking G, where I have to drop. Next I have to take C. So other side where I am going to move. F, what I am going to be move. So if you want to perform a number of, if you are going to be use the number of items in your problem, then you have to move to the list. Okay. See, and another, actually we'll solve the problem later. The best example I can tell that, like I want to calculate the average marks of my class. CSE 1001 course average class mark. So what I want all my students CSE 1001 mark. Actually, mark is only one variable, but in this variable I am going to be store 60 values. Is it correct or not? I'm going to
Yes, ma'am.
store 60 values. So is it possible to create a 60 variable like mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, etc., mark 60? Understand or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, can you able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
mark is a one variable. So this mark represents my course mark. Say for example, I am using one variable. CSE mark, it's my variable. In the CSE mark, what I'm going to be store? I'm going to be store 60 marks. Okay, what this 60 marks represent? 60 marks represent 60 students mark. Is it correct or not? 60 represents 60 students mark. So I cannot able to create a separate variable for each and every student mark. 60 marks, right? If I'm creating in this way, then it's not an efficient program. So I will be confused with the more number of variables. So for that, what I'm going to be use, I am going to be use a list. In one variable, I can able to store 60 students. See, if I'm using a CSE mark, the square bracket, 60. Okay, square bracket 60 if I am denoting, then this variable is called as a list variable. Simply CSE mark means it's a variable. If I use a CSE mark a square bracket of 60, then it's a list. That list means it will not contain only one mark. List means it contains more than one value. So what is called as a list? Can you understand? If you are going to be store set of values in one variable, then you have to move to the list. Normally only one value will be stored in variable, one variable. Say for example, I am telling a equal to 10. That means what? 10 is one value, isn't it? I have stored in variable a. I want to store another value, then I have to create another variable b equal to 20. If I want to store another variable, then I have to create another variable. If I want to store another value, c equal to 100. Okay, c equal to 100. So like how many values you want to store, that many number of variable you should create. Okay, if it is less number of variable, no problem. If I want to store 60 values, is it possible to create a 60 variable? No, it's not possible. So for that we are going for the list. Okay. What is called as a list? I'll tell about the list. Say for example, if I want to store the fruits name. Okay, fruits is my list name. What are the names I can able to store in the fruits? I can store apple, banana, berry, mango, like that. Similarly, games is my list variable. I can store any games because more number of games are there. Football, basketball, throw ball, tennis, hockey. Similarly, items like grocery items, location name, state name, city name, like that. If I want to store more number of values in one variable, then that variable is called as a list. Okay. So here the list is given. What is called as a list? A list consists of multiple values. And normally that value should be logically related. What is called as a logical related? Say for example, mark. 60 marks I have stored. What is the relationship between that marks? All marks are related to the CSE 1001 course. I have created one list called fruits. What is the relationship here? The values what I stored in the variable fruits, all are fruits name. Suppose I have created one variable called vegetables as a list name. So I will store all vegetables name. The relationship is what? All the names what is given in the list are all vegetables names. So like that, a list consists of multiple values and that values are logically related. Okay. And already we had told that string is a immutable sequence. What is the meaning of mutable and immutable sequence? Can anyone know? Guys,
Changeable and
Ma'am,
non-changeable.
immutable means we can't make changes to it.
we can't able to make any changes. Say I told string is a immutable. That means, say for example, apple, apple. I cannot able to replace one letter with another letter, because if I'm changing the letter, then enter what the meaning of that word is going to be changed. So that's why string is a immutable sequence, whereas list is a mutable sequence. Mutable sequence means what? I can change. Second place I can put it in the fifth place I can put it in the eighth place. By changing the values, and then I won't get any disturbance in my program. So in my problem. So list is a mutable sequence. Okay. How can I told no CSC mark of 60. Okay. Uh, CSC mark of 60. So 60 denotes total number of students. So how can I identify the first student mark? How can I identify the second student mark? So index, like in the string, how we have used index, similarly for list also we can use the index. How to represent the index? Again, CSC. So what is the CSC mark of 5 represents, ma? CSC mark of 5 represents, actually the index starts from 0 as usual. In the Python, same thing, the index starts from 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, comma, 4, 5. Normally index starts from 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the fifth student mark it represents. Fifth student mark means this value.
Sixth
Actually,
student.
no. Actually, in the index, it won't go up to the last one. The string we have told, no, that is a CSC mark of 5 means 5 minus 1. It represents the this student, fifth student mark. That means 0. If you are denoting first student 0, then fifth student mark is 4. Can you understand? Always in the Python, the index
Yes.
value starts from 0 to n minus 1. Similarly, when you are representing that index, if you are giving the index value is 5, it won't take the index value of 5. It won't take this. Instead of that, it will take the index value of 4, because 5 minus 1, 4. Can you able to follow this?
Yes, ma'am.
So always the elements in the list is denoted by the index or its a position. And we can do slicing, we can do adding, addition, multiplication, and we can check the member. We can find the length of the list, and we can find the smallest element from the list, largest element from the list. So these are all the things we can do it in the list. We will discuss in the next coming class. Okay. And actually, the list what we have used in the Python is somewhat versatile. Other programming language, suppose if we consider C, C++, Java, here the list means the definition of the list consists of homogeneous data. What is the meaning of homogeneous, ma? Homogeneous means?
Of the same type.
Same type.
Same
Say for
set of
example,
same set.
yeah. If I want to store the mark, all mark will be in the same type. Same type means what? Mark will be in the 2-digit or 3-digit and positive value without having decimal place. Say for example, if I'm going to be store the fruit's name, all will be the characters. There won't be any numbers in the middle. If I want to store the game's name, all will be the game's name. So normally the list will be the homogeneous type, whereas Python accepts the heterogeneous. It's very versatile. That means what? One value you can give as a character, another item in the list you can give as an integer value, another item in the list you can give as a float, any mixer type you can give, everything the Python will take. That's why we'll call that a list is a versatile data type in the versatile data type, and it's one of the unique features in Python. Guys, can you able to understand? Understand? Understand the difference between other programming language
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Python?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So in Python, we can store heterogeneous data. That means, say for example, I have created one list called A. I'll give one example. So it's a square bracket. First value is 10.10. 10.10 is what type of data it is? It's a float, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
10.10 is a float, comma.
Yes, yes.
20 is integer, right? And in quotes, I'm giving that May. So what are the types of data I have given assigned for the variable A?
Float,
I have given the
integer,
float
and
value,
string.
integer value, as well as the character string constant. So Python accepts the versatile type of data. It won't restrict with the type of data, right? And each data item in the list should be separated with a comma. And normally the square bracket represented by the list is represented by the square brackets. So this is the thing I have told. Need not be the same type. The items in the list need not be the same type. We can give the mixed of values. Okay. So these are all the examples of creating a list. How to create a list? If you're giving name equal to square bracket, then it is called as a empty, creating an empty list. Okay, you can create an empty list by L1 equal to my list books. These are all empty list. And you want to create a list with items, then you can give temperature equal to, you can give the set of values, and student data, registration number, name and percentage. And you can create another list called 1 2 3 etc. You can create a list called course Python, C++, Java. So any name you can create a list, and the list name same thing, it should follow the syntax of the variable, right guys? Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now, I have already told you it's one of the list. L1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, how to print a list? Simply print L1, then you can see your list. Right? You print L1. L1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Print L1 you give. Guys, have you got like that? Simply you give that L1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, print L1, you will get that list as it is. Now, how I'll get the particular index, like a particular number element from the list? See here, print L1 of 3. So if you are giving 3, what is this 3 represents? This is called as a creation of the list. This is getting the indexing value, that is L1 of 3. 3 means what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I have previously what I told, it won't take class, I told, sorry. L1 of 3 means that 0, 1, 2, 3. That is, we'll get the 4. Guys, any doubt in that? Sorry, I'm again correcting my mistake. If you are giving that index portion, the corresponding value will print. Here, the index portion 3 denotes 4 only, no? So we'll get the value 4. It is called as the indexing. Okay, can we do the slicing? What is the meaning of slicing? What is the meaning of slicing? Slicing is from the list getting the sublist. Actually, it's a main list. From the list, I want to get the sublist. Say, for example, I want to get 3, 4, 5. So, well, what is the starting portion of 3? Starting portion, this the index of 3 is 2, no? Because 0, 1, 2. So, this index portion is 0, 1. It is 3, 4, 5. If I'm using L1 of 2 colon 5, 2 means what this? From here, 5 means this one, last one, but it won't take the fifth one. It will take the last but one. So it fetch up to the 4. Can you understand this? Please try to understand. If you are using the slicing, if you are giving a range, then it won't take the last. It will take the last but one. Simply, if you want to give the indexing, the corresponding value will be printed. L1 of 3 means this is 3, no? Index of 3, no? Then 4 is printed. Guys, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No.
No. Executed this?
Ma'am, the indexing one or the slicing one?
Yes, ma'am, we done.
Yeah.
See, I told no, a list is a mutable sequence. What is the meaning of mutable sequence? Changeable. If you want to
Changeable.
make any changes, it accepts. See here. Already have created a list L1. Now I want to make a change in L1 of 3. L1 of 3 means what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Instead of 4, where it went?
Ma'am, you can type in the main area and you can run.
Where is the main area? Here.
Left side. Left side.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Left side. Ma'am, you can delete all those things.
See here. First, I have declared the list as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am printing that L1, same thing. Afterwards, in place of 3, 3 means what? Index position of 4, right? Sorry, 4, the index position is 3. Okay, I am reassigning it to 100. Again, I am printing. Now the list was changed. Have you understand? So, list is a mutable sequence. Have you did this and checked? List is a mutable sequence, so any element we can do the modification. Guys, over. Tell me yes or no. Next one is we can delete the element using an index. If I want to delete particular element from the list, I can simply use a delete. Del of list of position, if you are giving, the corresponding position will be deleted. Simply if you are giving del of the list name, the entire list will be deleted. I'll show it. See, I have declared the list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In place of 3, that is 4 is there. So I want to delete that. Just check it. Now from the list, see the output. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 only is there. 4 is deleted because I want to delete the, I given del L1 of 3. So that means the element 4 is deleted. See, again I am running this. I have given del of 3, and afterwards simply if I am giving del of L1, what will be happen? The entire list will be deleted. And next, if you are printing that print L1 means you can see that it's a empty list. See here, del list name specific index if you are giving, then the corresponding index value will be deleted. Del of list name if you are giving, the entire list will be deleted. I am executing this. Why it is not printing now? So because already we have deleted, no? That's why we could not see this. The L1 is not defined, means now L1 is not shell, then we can check it. So next, if you are printing that, you won't get that L1 because L1 is deleted. The entire list is deleted. Can you understand the difference between these two? Del list name specific index if you are giving, the corresponding index value will be deleted. Del if you are giving that list name, total list will be deleted. Guys, over this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Muhammad Sohail. Hello, Muhammad Sohail. Are you listening the class? Satyamadi. Hello, Satyamadi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the
Hello?
difference between del of list name index and del list name?
What, ma'am?
So, what? Once again, can you able to see my screen? Here I have used two del. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
First del L1 of 3 I have given, square
Yes,
bracket 3. Next del of L1 given. What is the difference between these two del? Delete command.
Ma'am, for del L of 1 of 3, the
Tell me.
ma'am, for del
Yes, ma.
4 the list
Yes.
will be deleted.
Uh,
For del L1, the list L1 fully deleted.
Fully deleted means which one will be deleted?
The L1 fully list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, entire list will be deleted. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. One second. Okay, next one is length operation. Normally in the Python, len will give the length. We can use the length function for string, list, dictionary, tuple, set. For any data type, we can use the length. So length will give the length of the list. And what is plus denotes? Here, normally with the two arithmetic numeric value, if you are using plus, then it will add. Suppose if you are giving plus in between two string or two list, it will do the concatenation. Here, the first list is 1, 2, 3, second list is 4, 5, 6. By giving plus, these two lists will be added together, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And what is the use of star? Star is
Ma'am,
nothing
will
but
repeat the this and the number of times that we want to repeat.
yes, star is nothing but it will do the repetition. So that many number of times the given string will be repeated. But and the thing is, simply if I'm giving an I or high, then that corresponding string will be repeated. Actually, the square bracket I have given. That means what? There is a difference between string actually whatever the value it's enclosed in the square bracket that denotes the list. Now you will get the answer also in the list. Why I am telling the answer is in the list? Because it was encoded in the square bracket, right? So I'll show the difference. Function. So what is the length of L1 now? Tell me here. I have created six elements in the list and I have deleted one element. And what is the length of L1? Tell me.
5.
5.
Shall we check? Okay. Oh, I have to print that. Have we got that length is 5? Answer 5, we got it. So length function will find the length of the string. And see, right? So here what I given is equal to high star of 5. What is the answer I'll get? I have to print S. Here what has happened? I printed 5 times. I will give one exclamation also. Here I printed 5 times. Actually it is a string. The output what I got also string. Now the same thing what I'm giving is L equal to square bracket of Have you identified the difference between this one and this one? The answer here, I have taken a string, high as a string, and I want to repeat for 5 times. So the high is reprinted for 5 times, and I'm printing the string S. Here, I have taken that high in the list because I have given the square bracket here, square bracket of high, and I want to repeat it for 5 times. So my result also in the list because it was encoded with the enlisted with the square bracket. Clear? Can you understand? Any value, if it is given in the square bracket, that denotes the list. And similarly, addition also we can do it. See here. See what we got. So this 2 is previous output. Here I have defined L1 equal to 1, 2, 3 and L2 is 4, 5, 6. Here I want to add concatenate L1 and L2. So L1 is 1, 2, 3 and L2 is 4, 5, 6. After concatenating, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you clear, ma? Have you did this?
Yes, ma'am.
Complete it. You no need to give the same example. You can try with a different example.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Next is, there are some conversion operation we can use. That means list you can convert into a string and string you can convert into a list. Here, square bracket of 1, 2, what it denotes? Square bracket of 1, 2, it denotes the string, isn't it? Sorry, list. Square bracket of 1, 2, it denotes the list. So if you are using str of the list, so whatever the thing you want to convert, you can give. See, if you want to convert into string, you have to give str. If you want to convert into list, you have to give list. If you want to convert into dictionary, you should give dict. So the corresponding function, if you are using, the value will be converted in Python from any data type to any data type. We can do the conversion. That is another unique features in the Python. From any data type to any data type, you can convert. So can we convert list into string? Yes, str function converts the list into string. After converting this list into string, what will get? This 1 comma the entire thing, the square bracket 1 comma 2 close bracket, everything it considers as a list. Sorry, string. You see here str of the list I have given square bracket of 1 comma 2 and plus is nothing but the concatenation, or otherwise simply you no need to confuse with this match. I'll show it. See here, I have defined a list L is 1 comma 2 and I want to convert the list into string. So str of L S. After printing S, you see the output how it will be. Actually, it will be in the quotation only. It will be in the actually now this square bracket of 1 comma 2 comma close bracket, it will be in the string format. Even space also it will consider as a that one of the string. Now it is not a list. Understand? Now it is not a list, now it is a string because we have converted into a string. And similarly, list if you want to convert into string you want to convert into list, then you have to use the function last. Last within quotes, if you are giving 34, then you see that what is the output we got it. Square bracket of 3 will be the separate one, 4 will be there. How many number of elements in the string? Each one will consider as a item in the list. Clear? Here I have given list quotation 3 comma 4, right? So I want to convert the string 34 into list. So after applying the list function, so 3 will be one of the item in the list and 4 will be another item in the list. We'll get in the square bracket, we'll get a 3 comma 4. Do this. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt? Have you understand? This plus it denotes the concatenation. So already I'm having a list 1 comma 2 and I want to convert 3 4 also into a list. So after doing concatenation, 3 is one of the element in my list and 4 is another element in the list. It will consider as a string because 3 4 we have taken as a list, no? So the list item also will be the string. It won't be the number. Next one is in operation. In is nothing but the membership operator in the Python. You can apply the in operator to any data type. So this membership operator, what it will check means whether the corresponding element is there in the data type or not. Now 3 in 1 2 3 means what is the meaning? It checks whether 3 is appears in the list or not. If 3 is appears in the list, then it will tell us true, otherwise false. Even you can apply it for string also. The particular character is in the string. If we are giving that, it will tell that if the character is there in the string, it will tell true, otherwise it will tell false. Can we use the list in the for loop? Yes. For x in 1 2 3, that means what? First x will take the value, first value in the list, and x will take the second value in the list, and x will take the third value in the list. So for loop you can use either you can use the range function, or you can give the string, or you can give the list, you can give the dictionary. Any data type you can give it in the for loop. Understand, ma? And one of the easy thing to understand about the Python is when you're studying about one topic, you please compare with the other topic. Then it will be easy for you to understand. Same thing, if how can I give it in the say for example as a string in the for loop. Actually here I have used a list in the for loop. Same thing, can I use it for string? Yes. How to use? For I in the quotes hello. Okay, can we give like that? For I in hello. Can we use like that for I in hello? If I'm using string in the for loop, what it will do? First time I will take the h value and I will take the next value, and again I will take the next value, I will take the next value, up to the last it will go. So we can use the string in the for loop. Similarly, we can use the list also in the for loop. Guys, can you able to follow? What
Yes.
happened, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Please compare it and
Yes,
study.
ma'am.
Then it will be very easy to follow. When I'm discussing the list, then you have to think it of in the string what we have did, how we have to do. Then you ask if you cannot able to map any operator into the string. Next one is comprehension. I think this comprehension I have discussed in the string also. So actually in this comprehension also we can use it for any data type in the Python. What is the comprehension? If we want to perform one for loop, I want to perform one for loop. Instead of giving a lengthy for loop, I can give it in one statement that is called as a list comprehension. That means what? I'll tell. I'll write the equivalent of this, then for C in otherwise I'll type here. Okay. So here what I have written for C in scam. That means what? I can use the string variable in the for loop. So first time C will take the value yes, isn't it? Yes or no, ma? What is the initial C value in the for loop? First character in the string, isn't it? It will take yes. Next I have given res equal to what this square bracket denotes? What this
List.
list? I want to create a list. Inside the list, what I want, C star of 4. What is my C? First character in my scam, isn't it?
Yes.
So string of yes, repetition of 4. That means yes, I want to repeat for 4 times, and I want to print it as a print this res. So 4 times this yes is printed. Again, the loop increments. Then C value will be the next value. Sorry, C becomes a C. So C is repeated for 4 times. And next C value is A repeated for 4 times. And next C value is AM and repeated for 4 times. So here I'll get each character is created in the list. Okay, so the same thing I can do it in the comprehension. So how to do this in the comprehension? See this comprehension here first for C in scam. For C in spam here. First C value it will take. That C value will be multiplied with 4. Actually it is a for. This statement before for is nothing but the looping statement, and the result will be stored in the equal to 1. This is the list comprehension. What I have shown in the program. So just I have simplified by using comprehension. First for loop it will be executed. That means first C will take the value S. Now that C value is repeated. Afterwards, which statement is the loop of the for loop? Means before for what you have given, this is the looping statement of for. This is the syntax you have to use. Whatever the statement you want to put it into the loop. Okay. So put it before the for loop, before the for. So it's a looping statement. The looping statement what I have given, C is going to be repeated for 4 times, and the result I want it in the list format. So I have given the square bracket and I assign to the res. So when I'm printing this res, I'll get the value in this way. Clear? If you want to give any expression inside the for loop, you can use this simpler former, and it is faster to run. So that's why we'll use the comprehension. Even the previous thing I told, no, if you want to execute in this way also, you can execute, no issue. Or you want to use the comprehension, then you have to follow this. Understand what is called as a comprehension. Do this comprehension, check the result. Okay, done. So over, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, you can create the comprehension in this way also. And one more thing is, this is very much important. You want to actually, here I have told that how to create a list, that is defining the values in the program itself. During runtime, I want to get the elements from the elements and I want to put it into the list. What will do that? Understand what I'm asking? See, I don't know that what are the values I want to store it in my list. During runtime, I want to get the input as a input of the input as the item of the list, and I want to put it in the list. How can we perform this? So the append is one of the function which is used to add the element into the list. Once again, I'll show it. See this, I'll execute this. Here what I'm doing is, I have created a mark as an empty list. Why am I telling it's empty list? I didn't given anything inside the square bracket, empty list. And I have used the for loop for C in range 0, 5. That means I am taking the C value from 0 to 5. Here mark dot append. Mark is not, what is mark? Mark is nothing but the list variable. List variable dot up, right? Append is nothing but the adding the value into the list. So what I want to append, I don't know what value I want to append. I want to take it from the input. So from the input, I'm going to take the value and I'm going to be append it into the mark list. After completion of the loop, I want to print this mark. Can you understand this? What I have
Yes.
written on this code? So I'll run this.
Yes, ma'am.
So actually, it is asking the mark. It's running or not?
Ma'am, it is running, I guess.
I think we should
You should
enter.
enter the value, ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
See
ma'am.
here. 78 to cut 0. Okay, we'll check it that. So range 0, 5 means how many values I want to take it? How many values how many times this loop is going to be repeat if I'm giving range is 0, 5?
5 times.
5 values, isn't it? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. This loop will execute. What are the C values this loop will take? From 0 to 4 only, because it won't take the fifth value, like 5 it won't take. So the loop will complete from 0 to 4 only. Is it correct? 0
Yes.
to 4 means we will get the 5 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. So first time I have taken one input. So it was appended. My 50 is taken as an input and appended into the list mark. And second value 60 took and appended in the mark. 70 appended in the mark. 80 appended in the mark. 90 appended in the mark. So I am printing mark. Now mark is what data type it is? It's a list. Where I have told it's a list, here I have created mark as an empty list. So I am getting the answers in the square bracket. So during runtime, if you want to take the input value from the user, then you have to use this statement. Don't forget this. Now why this third value is 0? Once again I'll run. This time we got it. Okay. So the list values are 70, 80, 90, 40 and 50. So append is one of the function which is used to take the input, and simply if you are giving append the value, that value will be inserted. Now I don't want to give the value constant, as I want to use it in the input function. Can you understand here? So
Yes,
instead of
ma'am.
input,
Yes, ma'am.
instead of input, if I'm giving 90, what will be happen? Tell me. Instead of input, I have given 90. What will be happen? 90 will be repeated for 5 times, and my list will have mark 90 alone. It won't take clear. Because I didn't ask to get it from the keyboard, no? Input function if I am using, then from the console it will ask the input. I didn't given that. I have given the constant value 90. So the loop executes for 5 times. So for the 5 times, it's upon the same value 90 into the list. So finally my list will have the 5 values of 90. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This is about the upon function and absolute is one of the function. It removes the negative value. ABS is the absolute function. It removes the negative value. And indexing, please do this and tell me that whether your answer is correct. So this we already discussed, no? Indexing about slicing. If you are giving a list of that minus value in the indexing, what will happen? Like a string. What is the, if I want to
From the end,
reverse
it
order?
reverse order.
Reverse order. Reverse order means what? The last element in the list is represented by -1. Last but one is -2. And same thing, 1 colon means what is the meaning? Starting from the index position 1 up to the last. So whatever we have discussed in the range function, everything is applicable in the list. Please do it.
Yes.
Done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done.
Understand? Any doubt? Can we give a string as a elements in the list? Yes. Okay, these are all the things. Each element item in this list will be separated by comma, and we can give any data type we can give in the list. Either we can give a single character, or we can give a string, or number, or float, whatever it is. And next thing is how to represent the matrix, because matrix is in the 2-dimensional, right? Normally, if you want to, hello,
Yes, ma'am.
am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
if we want to represent the 2-dimensional array, so the first square bracket, normally in the Python, 2-dimension means it will take in the row-wise indexing only. Row-wise indexing means first square bracket represents the first row, second square bracket represents the second row, third row, like that. See, matrix will be in the 2D way, right? No. So first row will be in the first square bracket, second row second, third row third, like that will represent. But indexing it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. Row index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And column index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. So how to represent the particular element in the matrix? Simply, if you are giving matrix of 1, actually I define one matrix, 3 cross 3 matrix here. If I'm giving matrix of 1, so it will go and take the second row in the matrix, because 1 means it represents the second row. First row denotes with a 0 index, and second row denotes with 1, and third row denotes with a 2, right? 1 means which row will be printed? 4, 5, 6 will be printed. Clear? It is called as a sublist. The big list is this one, and the smaller list is first row, second row, and third row. Clear? And how to represent a particular element? If I am giving matrix of 1 1, matrix 1 1. So which is 1 1? 1 means, see here, if I give it matrix 1 1 means 1 represents the index of row 1, and 1 represents here, this one represents index of column 1. See here, index of one row is this one. Actually, this is index of 1 row, index row of 1 and index row of 0, and this is index row of 2. So I want to denote the element 1 1. Particular element in the matrix means you have to give square bracket of row portion as well as the column portion. 1 1 means what? Index row of 1, and in that 1 actually it is denoted as a 0, column portion 1, and it is 2. That means 1 1 if you are giving, it represents the 5. So you will get the answer is 5 for this. Clear? All row and column will be represented from 0 to n minus 1. See here, matrix 1 1 means you will get 5. 2 0 means which is 2 0? This is 2. 0 is 7. So you will get 7. If you are printing a matrix, you will get the matrix in this order. Guys, do this and check. Guys, am I going fast or can you able to follow me?
Ma'am, we are able to follow.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
If I'm
Yes,
going
ma'am.
fast, please stop me and tell me if you're not clear. And check this
Okay,
also.
ma'am.
Over.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is about the insertion and deletion. Any element you can insert into the list, and any element you can delete, or any element you can replace, because list is a mutable sequence. See here, I have defined one list 1 2 3. Okay, now in place of 1 colon 2, 1 colon 2 means what is the index magic here? It will start from 1 and last but 1 is 1. That means in L of 1, I want to replace a new sublist 4 comma 5. L of 1 means this one only, no? Actually, this index portion is 0, and this is 1, and this is 2, right? Now, starting from 1, ending is 2. 2 means like a 2 minus 1, it stops up to 1. That means 1 colon 1 is 1. So, in this index portion of 1, I want to replace a list of 4, 5. So, after printing the list, you see that in place of 2, I'll get the list value 4, 5. Right? So again, in L of 1, I want a 6, 7. Here, what is L of 1? This is 0, and it is 1, it is 2, and it is 3, right? So L of 1 means this place. In this place, I want to replace 6, 7. So instead of 4, 1, 6, 7 is replaced, and it is an insertion. It is not doing the uh, 4, 5, 3. Here it is inserting, here it is replacing. Oh.
Ma'am, if 1:2 significantly means the digit 2, ma'am, which is the index 1.
Yes.
So that is why it is replacing 2 with 4 and 5. Is it like that, ma'am?
If you want to, I think maybe if you want to replace, you have to give the index portion, not the same index portion. If you want to insert, if you are giving a same index portion, maybe that it won't give the replacement. Instead of that, it will do the insertion. We'll check it. Guys, you do it and check it with some other example. So in the place of one L of 1, you want to delete, then simply give a empty list. Okay, L of 1 colon 2 empty list. Then in portion of L1, the 6 will be deleted and we'll get 175,453. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Then and do this also.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So if you are giving L of colon 0 means starting is 0, ending is 0. In 0th place, the entire list will be inserted. Already L is having only one element 1. Now 2, 3, 4 will be inserted at the 0th position. And how to find the length function? And if you don't know that how many elements in the list, you can give L of length of L colon end means 5, 6, 7 you want to insert at the end. Okay, this is the way we can insert the element at the end. If we know the length, you can give the length. Otherwise, otherwise simply you can give L length of L. Say for example, in your list you are having 5 elements, then L5 colon empty list if you are giving, then at the end it will be inserted. Once again, I'll check the schedule when the next exam. Okay, November, after next week, okay, after November 16, we'll have part 2. No problem, we are having time for part 2. And the portion for part 2 is and the newly joined students, have you logged into your vPropel?
No,
What is
ma'am.
what is the username you have to give it?
We didn't get that account, ma'am. We
Ma'am,
prepared.
actually, we have informed it to our proctor, ma'am. It is yet in processing stage.
You can
My
try
proctor
some.
said to inform you that it's your process, so I can't do anything in my proctor.
Already I have sent the mail to the administrator of vPropel. Guys, what is the username you'll use it for login into vPropel?
Ma'am, we use registration
Username
number.
is your registration number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We used a
And
registration.
password is?
Yes, 123.
Huh?
ABC 123.
Please put it in the chat box now. Let them try. Guys, those who newly joined, you can try with that. If you didn't log in, you send the message again. I'll send the reminder to the administrator.
Okay.
List. So for
Ma'am,
part 2, the portion is up to list. I think we are going forward only. I have to conduct one in-lab section. Tell me, ma, what's your doubt?
I'm a new student, ma'am. What is in-lab practice session and what is PACT, ma'am?
PAT is carries a mark for your final weightage mark. In-lab session does not carry a mark. Like it's for practice in the lab. Every week we'll conduct one in-lab. In-lab means just how to solve the problem in the vPropel, just doing the practice. If it is a PAT or CAT or FAT, then it carries the mark in your final assessment. In the Moodle, I think you got the Moodle account. In the Moodle, I have shared the file called session plan as well as the quick reference. In the quick reference, you can see the schedule of your exams, and in session plan you can see the portions. There also you can see the PAT and all. In the quick reference, all the weightage marks, everything will be given. Please, newcomers, please refer the quick reference for your evaluation process and session plan for your exams portions. And in the session plan also, like weightage also is given. Please go through it. One more thing, okay. And coming Friday, are you willing to write the exam, IPS?
Ma'am, coming
Next
Friday,
lab.
holiday.
Holiday, wow.
This Friday.
It's given in the calendar?
But Velu students got a mail regarding that, so we are also waiting for this year.
Pardon? I didn't understand. Students got mail.
Vellore students got the mail, ma'am. Chennai
No, no.
students will also get the mail shortly.
That up to now we don't have that information. If it is the classes is there, whether you will write the exam on Friday.
No, ma'am. We can have it on Monday.
Sometime.
We can have it on Monday.
Monday.
Or next
So-
Wednesday.
Or
So you are
next
not
Wednesday. That is better, ma'am. Next
All
Wednesday.
the festivals will be over now.
Yes, ma'am.
November
We'll be-
16th to 20, we have to write the you have to write the PAT exam. Before PAT, you have to write one IPS.
Ma'am, you're telling about InLab, right? So we can have it on
Yes,
Monday.
IPS. Okay, Friday, if class is there, whether you guys will attend or not. If it is not holiday, whether you will come
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
class.
Yes,
Surely
ma'am.
we'll come, ma'am. For
If it's
attendance
not-
purpose, we'll be there.
Yes, ma'am.
Attendance purpose only will come. That
No.
means you
No,
log in
ma'am,
every
we'll
day,
be-
log in and go.
No, ma'am, we'll be there. We'll be there.
If class is there, we will be there, ma'am.
Class is there, but you won't write the exam.
We
Yes,
will
ma'am,
come.
because
We'll come and write.
we'll
Keep
attend the
trying.
class. We can have the in-lab session on Monday and PAT on Wednesday.
Okay, we will see that whether the circular is coming on Friday class. Pardon?
Because we got the same during cancellation also. We got the late message only, ma'am. So I guess by tomorrow we'll get a mail.
Okay, so we are forward in the portion only. If there is no circular, okay, we will reschedule the Friday class to next week. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Is it okay, or you will attend the class on Friday?
Ma'am, if it is a holiday, then no problem. If it is a class, then we'll continue as usual, ma'am.
Okay. If I don't have any commitment on Friday evening, then I'll take the class. Otherwise, I'll put the message in the WhatsApp.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I'll take the attendance. Wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, and